Did you know that 92% of people who set New Year's resolution fail to keep them? That's a staggering number, but it doesn't have to be your story. The secret to lasting change lies in the science of habit formation. Today, we are diving into the law of making it satisfying, a powerful principle from James Clear's Atomic Habits. We'll explore two main parts: how to make your good habits feel good, and how to make your bad habits feel bad. If we haven't met, I'm Osama Jara, and my goal is to help you build discipline so you don't have to rely on daily motivation. So we've established that making habits satisfying is key. So now let's dive into the first part on how to make your good habits feel good. One way is immediate rewards through utilizing the power of small wins. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by a big goal? Break it down. Celebrate each small victory. Whether your goal is to build muscle or lose weight, if you make a first step and invest in a gym membership, that's a small win. But doesn't end there anyways, but at least you took a step, and those little wins can fuel your motivation. One small one for me is having a workout in the morning. So for me, it's like this confidence boost when I say, okay, I'm going to go to the gym in the morning, and I hit the gym before I do anything else during the day. So it's like I said I was going to go work out, and I actually worked out. So most likely, the things I have for the rest of the day, I'm going to most likely fulfill that promise to myself and do them. So if that happens to you, you can let me know in the comments, or if not, you could share some of your own daily small wins. Before we move to the next part, if you got much value, I would appreciate it if you can hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 300 subscribers before the end of the year. You could also utilize habit stacking. I know I have said this a lot throughout this video series, and if you didn't know this is a video series, you can check some of the other videos in the series somewhere on the screen. And habit stacking is basically pairing your new habit with something you already do. So let's say, for example, you want to listen to more podcasts. You can do that maybe while you're driving every day, maybe to work or to school. Or if you do chores at home, you could also do that while you do the chores. And this creates a routine and makes it easier for you to stick to that habit. You can also celebrate small victories. So please, you take that small action, reward yourself, whether it's a small treat, a fun activity, or simply a moment of self-praise. You look yourself in the mirror and be like, that's my boy, something like that. But for example, let's say you hit the gym for the first time in a long while. Celebrate it, because that positive reinforcement can strengthen that habit loop. Then another way is through delayed gratification, which you can practice by focusing on the future. So now I want you to take a moment to picture yourself achieving your long-term goals, whether it's a dream vacation, a promotion, or a healthier body. Visualizing the future keeps you motivated in the present. It basically helps you ask yourself this question in the present: does the pleasure of this hinder the pleasure of my future goal? So based on your answer, be honest with yourself. You should know what to do. Then you could also engage in mindful practice. So now I want you to take a moment to be present, because mindfulness helps you resist instant gratification. So it's basically you training your brain to focus on the long game, because all of us, could sometimes get so lost in the daily grind. Then also visualize your success. Imagine yourself acing that exam, crushing that workout, or finishing that book you said you were going to read. This visualization technique makes your goals more tangible and keeps you on track. And by combining these strategies, you can transform your habit from a chore into a joy. Before we move to the next part, if you got much value, I would appreciate it if you can hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 300 subscribers before the end of the year. Now that we've mastered the art of making good habits feel good, let's tackle the flip side: making bad habits feel bad. It's time to break free from those pesky habits that hold you back. First, isolate the bad habits. Try to identify your triggers. What sets off that bad habit you do? Is it stress? Is it boredom? Is it a specific person? Or is it a specific group of people? Or is it a specific environment? Then once you know that trigger, you can start to avoid them. But if you don't know, then you can't avoid it. For me, I like to eat. So being around food is a trigger during a time I shouldn't be eating. You could also make them out of sight or out of mind. Remove temptations from your environment. So let's say you are trying to cut back on junk food. Don't keep it in your house. Don't buy it. If that's you, I want you to pause this video, take a moment now, go to wherever that junk food is and trash it. If you have made a commitment to yourself that you're not going to eat it, why have it in your house? You are just like tempting yourself. You might say I'm strong, but there are days where you might question that strength that you have. So make it harder, to indulge in your bad habits. For me, not working anywhere close to the kitchen. If I want to do any work, I better not do it close to the kitchen. If not, my food antenna will just... Before we move to the next part, if you got much value, I would appreciate it if you can hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 300 subscribers before the end of the year. Secondly, increase the friction. So try to create barriers around those bad habits. Make it harder to do that bad thing. If you are trying to reduce your screen time, put your phone in another room while you work. That's one I actually do personally. That extra effort for you to stand up and go to the next room to go and check your phone can deter you from giving in to that temptation. Then also habit stacking, but the reverse style. So I want you to pair your bad habits with something you hate. For example, if you want to quit smoking, try doing it while you are doing a boring chore. For me, I would say eating slowly and not watching anything at all. And that negative association can help you break that habit. By understanding your triggers and making it harder to engage in bad habits, you can take control of your behaviors. So far, we've explored the powerful law of making it satisfying by making good habits enjoyable and making bad habits less appealing. But remember, small changes can lead to big results. Want to learn how to overcome obstacles and stay motivated? Click the video on the screen and don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and let's build a future where you don't have to rely on daily motivation but on discipline. And on that note, I'll see you guys on the other side.